Hi, in the previous video, you learned how to submit data for the form that you created earlier. In this video, we are going to sign into the server and view the output from the data that we submitted through that form. So, as usual, you sign into your Hoji account. And there is your list of projects. So there's a sample project from before, and then there's a maternal health project, which is the one we created together. So if you click on the maternal health project and view forms, and you go to the individual questionnaire form, remember that this time we have submitted some data, so we expect to see some output. And as we learned in, I think it was video number 2, these are your output buttons. All right. So let's just look at the data table for a start. We expect the 5 records that we entered are going to be here, and so there they are. The first one was Rita, Ben, Dan, Esther, and Jane. Okay, and these are all the ages. All of the records were entered by me. The times that I did this are there, and my GPS location as well. Okay, if you look at the time I was taking to fill out this questionnaire, because it's really short. It's just in the order of approximately 0.1 minutes, and there is a time to upload. Right. Now, I can also go to the analysis output, which is certainly more interesting than the table. So if I click on analysis, excuse me, you can see the distribution by gender. We had 3 males and 2, well, actually the other way around, 3 females and 2 males. The 2 males are 40% of the total number of respondents, which is n is equals to 5. If you look at the ages, the youngest person we interviewed was 18 and the oldest person we interviewed was 36. The average is 24, and the majority of our respondents are between 17.5 years old and 21 years old. And of course, all of the other summary statistics, again, just like we saw them before. Of course, you can put your data on the pivot table, and here you can, for example, just do a bar chart of distribution by gender. You can reorder them so that male comes before female, and then you've got something like that. The other output we saw from last time, and we can see for our own data, is the map. So the map is not going to be very interesting because we don't have a terrible amount of data. You'll just probably see a couple of points which are overlaid on the same spot. So this is where I am at the moment. And if other people are collecting data from all sorts of different places, then it would all show up on the map in the different locations. Finally, there's a monitor output. Again, not too interesting when I'm doing all this by myself. If I had more than one enumerator, then that would be listed here. Of course, I have contributed all of the 5 records so far. You can see the distribution of how long I am taking to complete the records, the distribution of how long I am taking to upload the records. It's actually a lot faster than the 4 minutes it's showing here, but sometimes there's a bit of a time difference between the time on my device and the time on the server. Otherwise, the uploads are taking place in seconds, really. There's a whole lot of other metadata that we still aren't going through in a lot of detail. You can see that all of my records were geotagged, and the median accuracy is about 20 meters with an average of 20, which is, I think, great. All of the records, I'm starting and ending them at the same place. So that's really just about it. I mean, in terms of looking at the data for your form, it's much the same process we went through when we were looking at the data for the sample form. So that's about it for now. Until next time, thanks for watching.